In Tuba Vilane, who's at the Royal House. Tuba, of course, we've seen so many royal houses descending in KwaNongoma to pay their respects and tributes. Who have you been speaking to?
Yes, it's been very busy here at Gwakhetho Mthandayo, Shahan, since the day and the news of the King's passing broke on Friday. There's been a movement. We understand there's been a number of dignitaries that have been visiting the royal palace here at Gwakhetho Mthandayo to pay their respect. Recently, we spoke to King Zwelithini Mandela, who is the grandson of the former President Mandela. We understand that the Mandela family hold a special relationship with the Zulu family. He also talked to us about the kind of the relationship that his grandfather, the late president, had with the late former king, the father of the departed king. But let's listen to Inkosi Umandla Mandela explaining.
My grandfather was one who had high regard for Isilo, and we will forever remember, as the Mandela family in particular, the role Isilo played during the transition period where the country at large was almost engulfed by conflicts, and he played an instrumental role in restoring peace, not only in KwaZulu-Natal but throughout the country. So we truly mourn with the royal family and the Zulu kingdom. And we came to sit and comfort their majesties, the queens, and the royal family, to say that we share our heartfelt condolences on the passing of His Majesty.
Let's go back to Sipa Mandla Goge, who's outside the mortuary for us. So, Sipa, of course, you mentioned that some rituals are being conducted inside the mortuary, and then only will the late king's remains be moved out. Let's talk about this procession back to the royal palace. How long will that take, and what rituals do we expect along the way?
Before I answer that question, let me tell you that I've spotted traffic officers entering their car here. They are ready to escort the convoy. One of the senior princes has just told me now that they are leaving. The convoy is definitely about to leave. The remains of the departed monarch are ready to make their way to Gwakhetho Mthandayo Royal Palace here. As you see, the prince in front of us here giving a signal that all good, all clear. So this tells you that we are ready to go now. The convoy is leaving as we speak. And then I'm going to ask my colleague Bongamkize to show you the convoy leaving the mortuary. Pardon with us, we will try and move a little bit because security personnel here, they are advising us that we need to move. But this is it. The remains of the departed monarch making their way to Gwakhetho Mthandayo Royal Palace. I think I see Prince Mbonisi Zulu there, if I can see correctly, wearing black glasses, entering in one of the cars there. That is the king's brother who was here to perform those traditional rituals. He is the king's sibling here. He's been speaking to us throughout the week, describing how they feel about what is happening here. So right now what is happening is the convoy is ready to leave, and we are going to bring you those visuals live, Shahan. But let me tell you that the reality has kicked in now. It has many people here. You can see that they are starting to get emotional here. Earlier on, we saw a celebration of life. Earlier on, we saw people singing, people dancing, people making sure that they celebrate the life and times of the departed Zulu monarch. But now people are quiet. I can tell you that this is a sign of respect. This is a sign of ensuring that they pay their last respect to the departed monarch. So you will see that once the convoy leaves, then people will start singing and then they will start dancing. But for now, what you are getting is that people have gone quiet to pay their respects to the monarch. Once the convoy makes its way to Kwaketo Mtanda, your royal palace, then that's where we expect that people will go back to that mode of celebrating the life and times of the late Zwelithini, of the late King Zwelithini, Goodwill Kabheka Zulu, as we expect that the rain is going to come down any minute from now. I'm going to ask my colleague Bonga Mkhize to show you here the clouds gathering, Shahan. It's not a coincidence that Ukwanongo Muyambatha manje liyahlanganifu as the remains of the departed monarch are about to take that final journey from Kwanongoma town to Kwaketo Mthandayo Royal Palace. Let me climb up here so that I can see what is happening down there. Yes, Amabutho is now making its way coming out of the mortuary, and then we will soon leave this place, this town. As you see here, police on standby, ready to escort this convoy that will make its way shortly. Shahan, you see the blue lights there leaving, then you see the hearse there is being basically Amabutho are forming a guard of honor. There are people blocking us, I'm told by my colleague Bonga Mkhize, but you will see shortly here, those visuals will be clearly visible here. Amabutho are saluting the Wena Wendlovu, which is the highest respect and honor that you can pay to the king, whether the king is still living or departed, because there is a belief that his spirit lives on. So Amabutho here are saluting Wena Wendlovu Bayede. That is the salutation that King Goodwill Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu has always been known by. When Amabutho will salute him every time they are attending gatherings in his presence. The hearse for now is moving very slow as they are trying to get out of here. There are cars in front of that. There are also cameras, but we can tell you that senior princes from Zulu royal family, they are the ones who are leading that hearse which is carrying the remains of the departed Zulu monarch. Let me tell you that I see some of the senior princes from the Zulu royal family, and I see Umntwana Vanana Zulu from Kwaminya there, and there is a praise singer here who's also ensuring that in front of us here they pay homage to the departed monarch. There you have it, those visuals, the remains of the departed AmaZulu King Zwelithini Goodwill Kabheka Zulu, okabhusha obukhali isilo samabandla ubhejane ephuma esiqweni kade bekuvalele mdlokombana avuka umunge ngentaba uvuka udle amadoda. It's a somber mood as Amabutho are singing here. Perhaps